Welcome DIKWP Sagong aboard. Your learning journey starts now. Ever wondered who's actually using that fancy DIK thingy? Forget the drama, let's get to the juicy bits. This isn't about pointing fingers. It's about mapping the potential players in the DIKWP game. Think of it as a treasure map, but instead of gold, we're looking for clues on who might be using, referencing, or even just sounding like they're using DIKWP tech. We've got a system, from S5 rock-solid evidence to S1 just a whisper on the wind. Let's dive into how we cracked this case. So how did we become DO detectives? We hit the trail on four fronts. First, the patent minefield. Google Patents was our playground, hunting terms like DIKWP, intent resources, the whole shebang. Second, the product jungle. We scoured cloud platforms, AI SEO strategies, anything with geo buzzwords. Third, the academic library. Papers, journals, case studies, where ideas get published. And finally, the rights vault, specifically the core patents from Hainan University, our baseline. Now we don't just find stuff, we grade its evidentiary power. S5 is the smoking gun, direct text 1, just a flicker in the industry periphery. It's about knowing what kind of clue you've got before you run with it. Now, here's the clever part. You can't just search for DIKWP and call it a day. Many smart folks use similar tech without naming names. So we developed a D fingerprint. Think of it as a set of unique characteristics. Are they layering resources like data, information, knowledge, wisdom, purpose? Is user intent or purpose driving the system? Do they talk about path derivation or semantic fusion? Dynamic knowledge graphs? Cross-modal content transfer? Take Alibaba Cloud, for instance. They didn't explicitly say DIKWP, but their talk of DIKWP plus understanding user intent plus integrating data resources? That's a strong fingerprint match, landing them in our S3/S2 category. It's about recognizing the underlying structure, not just the label. Alright, let's meet the suspects on our radar. At the top S5 level, we have Hainan University and the original DIKWP team. These are our source points, the benchmarks for everything else. Then companies like Guangdong Grid and Guizhou Grid pop up in patents, also S5, directly mentioning DIKWP or DIKWP models. Next, the geo-marketers, often using phrases like DKey Knowledge Distillation Framework, that's S4, commercial framing. And then there's the big fish like Alibaba Cloud, showing structural similarities with their DIKWP plus intent approach, placing them in S3 or S2. The key takeaway? Being on this list doesn't mean infringement. It means we need to check them out. For some, it's about sending a polite inquiry letter. For others, it's exploring collaboration or standard setting. No rush to judgment here. So what's next? We've mapped the clues, now we act. For those non-source applicants showing up in patents, we need detailed claim charts. For the geo folks hyping DIKWP, fact-check letters are in order. And for the cloud giants with similar structures? Let's open doors for high-level academic or standard collaborations. The goal isn't confrontation, it's clarity. This report gives us an evidence radar and an action map. We know who to watch, how strongly, and what move makes sense next. That's the power of smart investigation over knee-jerk reactions.